Doesn't Mother Nature know that vaping is irresponsible?
I dressed up a dead deer on the side of the road. I put a wig on it, and a man called the cops. He called the police on me. Were you the one dressing up a dead deer? I says yes. He says, but it looks disturbingly like a dead human being, and we've had some complaints. I said, well, have I committed a crime? He said, no, but have you ever considered counseling? I said, no. He said, well, have you ever heard of Jeffrey Dahmer? Yes. I said, no, you don't understand. It's just funny. This is only one of the many times I had the cops called on me.
You guys up to?
Just shopping, hanging out.
Buying the holiday Barbie?
Yeah, I love the dress.
I see that.
So I entered the gas station where I found this amateur wax figure of a young Justin Bieber.
Regular goat. Goats that look like my dad. Demon goat. Chewbacca goat. Giraffe goat. Democrat goat. Self-absorbed goat. Ooh, Triceratops. I thought you died.
Oh my gosh, it's Chester Cheeto. Taste it.
Congratulations, Miss Tewers.
Is it a boy or a girl?
It's kind of hard to tell.
Children laughing, children laughing, children laughing, children laughing, children laughing, children laughing.
Due to climate change, it used to be a lot warmer in the south, so they didn't need fireplaces like these for heat. No, they had them for St. Nick. Back in the old days, Santa used to come 4 times a year. You may notice the entire upstairs structure is a triangle. That's because back from 1728 to 1739, everyone was part of the Illuminati.
Here we have an accurate colonial man.
More like Hansel and Gretel.
Next time I come, I will be wearing a 1600s costume.
The title of this movie, it's Little Women, right? Not little girls and not toddler girls. So why does it look like they were dressed by toddlers?
Dad, if I need something, I will get it myself. I am a strong, independent, grown-butt woman.
Nice TV.
Well, that, I swear, I don't know how that video got there. I don't watch videos of myself.
I think you do.
No, I'm not dressed as a hybrid of Pennywise and a singular cornstalk. That was unintentional. Why does this not look as good as that?
Okay, but in reality, now that I'm finished with the dress and I'm comparing photos myself and her side by side, I realize the problem is that I didn't get born as Beyonce. Unlike Disney World, where everyone scrambles to meet the costumed characters, everyone at Universal sort of tries to avoid them. Let me show you the most disturbing thing I found the whole time I was there. I'm not sure if it was a man on his roof in a clown mask or a mannequin on a roof in a clown mask, but either way, it's highly sus. Dead.
This here is the most secure room in the fortress. Why did they choose this room to be the most secure? Well, because this is where they kept their highly collectible Beanie Babies.
Beanie Babies filled with gunpowder.
Alright, so here's our Beanie Baby. I think it's leaking some...
Brand spankin'. That doesn't sound right. Brand baby spankin'. That sounds abusive. I just take it kind of personally because bonnets have always...
Okay, for anybody else who's colored Easter eggs all throughout their life, you know that napkin that you dab the excess dye off onto? Well, I found it in dress form. Mystic School Transportation. That is the most intense generic knockoff of the Magic School Bus I've ever seen.
I recommend moving to a retirement community that offers anti-arthritis water aerobics.
Hi, do you wanna... You know what they say, when life gives you melons, you might be dyslexic.
Well, last I checked, FUN stood for F is for friends who do stuff together, U is for you and me, N is for anywhere, anytime at all down here in the deep blue sea, and this is certainly not that.
Good morning to you. Good morning to me. Good morning to everybody. Except those 2 boys that tricked me into drinking pee out of a juice box when I was 6. Jump in the cataract. Let's put some miles on it.
I could totally see Kendall Jenner in this. Feel free to steal my identity. Not my identity. Don't steal my identity, Kendall.
And then they sliced a layer of my eyeball off and brushed it with this thing, and all I could think of was...
I don't love you anymore. Oh look, I have nothing else to say.
I love the term waistband because I tend to think most bands are a waste. If you struggle with straight, there's a great community. I mean, you can use a cookie pan.
Amish people stare a lot. I mean, I've never been stared at so much as when I'm in Amish country, or Amish people are in my country. That sounded really... They stare the most. And this is coming from someone who went to a village in Africa where there were kids who had never seen a white person before. And they did not stare at me. They actually turned their heads and sobbed in fear and said, Ni roho, which in Swahili means it's a ghost.
It's a bald eagle. You can tell it's a bald eagle because if it has a dark body and a light head, it's definitely a bald eagle. Or a competitive bodybuilder.
Hey, have you ever heard of social distancing?
Hashtag fake friends.
I think I speak turtle. Hydro flasks.
This went on a run. It was a successful run. You know how I know it was successful? Because I feel like there are steak knives wedged in my kneecaps.
I noticed that this little scooter I have clashes with my camper. It didn't match my camper or my lawn chairs. It just looked really out of place. So of course I painted my camper to match it. Then I opened the phone book, picked the first address I saw, and mailed the rest of the hair to that address. After eating dinner at my mom's, I put my mannequin under her car in her driveway, then called her and told her I thought I left my phone in her driveway and asked if she could check.
Oh, gosh, you little brat.
Maybe not the most exciting reaction, but what's great about this story is the fact that I called her from my phone to tell her my phone was missing, and neither of us realized anything was odd about that.
What did you say? Did I mumble, mother?
Princess and the Pauper is, technically speaking, the best movie ever created.
Or alternately, we could make the argument that Erica doesn't count at all, and the movie's actually called that because it's about the princess and her cat. Paw, as in cats have those, and purr, as in cats say that.
I mean, have you ever seen such a predatory gaze from someone other than Bill Clinton?
Cause I know you're sick, you're a cream addict.
Chicken poop is not gross. I love chicken poop. Let me rephrase. I love chicken poop. I love being stared at by people who smile. But Amish people, they don't smile. I'm not trying to tell you how to Amish, but
Believe it or not,
I actually read the same Bible Amish people read, and there's no commandment in there that says thou shalt not smile. If you're watching this and you're Amish, you are bad at Amishing.
This is my dining room where I eat my eels.
Meals.
The unique and incredibly relieving thing about Princess Annalise's dress is that her movie actually includes a tutorial about how to make it.
First I choose a fabric from the rack, and I pin the pattern down, and I stitch it in the front and back,
Are we sure we aren't oversimplifying things?
and it turns into a gown.
And I thought my tutorials were bad. I know I've been guilty of oversimplifying in the past, but listen, Barbie songwriters, it's not that simple. Like, you don't just pin some fabric down, sing a little song, and then suddenly it turns into a gown. Well, okay.
And now it is time to iron these down, but if you don't have an iron, you can sit on them for about 2 years and it'll have a similar effect.
Hi, I'm your mom's yearbook photo.
Happy birthday to you.
I feel like something's missing. Who wants some cake?
This is like not your mom's yearbook photo, but the yearbook photo of the girl that bullied her.
You work for Madame Barbie. I love her dresses.
I made the one you're wearing.
But the pattern seems so
I
complicated.
made the one you're wearing.
I began by making a rough sketch and then cleaned up the sketch and made my final masterpiece. Opening up a Barbie has got to be one of the best feelings in the world, tied of course with removing unwanted hairs and a cool raw egg running down your throat.
Let's go to Hobby Lobby. I wasn't doing a weird accent. It's Hobby Lobby.
Oh, I can make like an old Hollywood glam costume out of this.
Hi, I'm Judy Garland.
Barbie always smells like fish because Australians keep throwing shrimp on her.
You know what I just realized? Satan is really bad.
This is Chili, Micah and Francis's 2-month-old puppy. We're not sure exactly what breeds she is, but definitely some sort of a mutt.
This is my very cozy couch. Sometimes I like to sit on it and talk to myself and pretend I'm a YouTuber filming an intro or something. Sometimes I record myself doing this, and then I'll put those clips before videos I make and call it an introduction. Hi there, food source. There's my salt and salt shaker. Now down here we have my trash can. Pretty self-explanatory. It's where I keep my, Would you like to see my closet? Guess what's in this box? I'm never going to tell you.
Do you want to go to a party?
This is my party. I painted it pink.
These are some of my friends. That's Betsy, well, you know old Betsy, and Marge and Margaret.
That's me, and that's the moon, and that's my other friend, Margarine.
I've got the power of light at my fingertips. I'll make it go back on.
My bedroom is often where I sleep. Here, let me show you how I do it. I don't know what to do. I think it wants out.
Americans call football football, whereas the British call football football.
Be sure to join us next week as we discuss the differences between Australians and humans. I can't look it up, I don't have a dictionary. I just have a thesaurus, and I swear it's the worst thesaurus in the world. Not only is it terrible, it's terrible.
You know those Toblerone chocolates? Do you know why they're shaped like triangles? So that they'll fit in the box. While sewing this zipper, a middle-aged bald man knocked on my door. I opened it and he said, "I need to use the restroom." He quickly walked past me and, though he had never been to my house before, seemed to know exactly where the bathroom was. After he used it, he left almost immediately.
I swear, I don't suffer from insanity. I actually enjoy it quite a bit.